everybody, welcome to Card Readings. I'm Margaret. If you like, subscribe and put your thumbs up if you like. I'm going to talk about dyslexia. I do have dyslexia. It doesn't bother me. So if you feel you want to ask more questions or you're not quite sure about something, feel free to pass it on to me. And if like some people out there think some of it's a nosy thing, it's not a nosy thing. Half of it's me having dyslexia. There is certain words out there I do say it is Aussie. And like I said, if you're not sure, feel free to pass it on and see I tell you yes or no this. So saying that aside, I thought I'd tell you a bit how it works for me who has dyslexia. It's not like your typical person who has dyslexia who can wear glasses and it's fine. They're kind of the people who do that. It's more see the word jumping around, or they see half of the word. Like you see the cards, but they only see half of the letter. That's that's part of their dyslexia, and all they really need is wear glasses. Yeah, mine's different. Mine is sound from a person or myself. It really works when I'm really tired. It doesn't come out really clear for me. So sounding is a big thing for me. Like I'll get the TH wrong with the F, OR wrong, the S wrong, the D and the B wrong, the Q, that the U and the Y wrong. I worked that a few weeks ago. So that's the thing I find really hard. Like I know how to spell, but when I spell, it's not right because knowing it's not always doing. Yeah, I was saying that way. Where I can teach you how to do it, but for me to do it myself, it's hard. I can't hear the sounds properly, like glass and grass. That's the key you hear with trucks. The word that the kids say, that, yeah. So that kind of stuff. So that leads into my reading and writing, because what happens, if you all know, you learn to read before you spell, yeah? Kind of how it works for people in English. And what happens is when you read it, you sound words out right, and it comes into the writing side of it, the spelling side of it. But for me, I can't hear the sounds properly. Like it doesn't matter if you say it or I say it, I just can't hear the sounds properly. So that's how it works for me. And when I'll get into this in a minute, but yeah, that's how it works for me. And to a point, I still get certain letters backwards. Yeah. So I might get like a word, and someone asks me how to spell a word, and like when I was younger, like the word mum. As you all know, Americans how to spell mum is M-O-M-Y. Here in Australia we got M-U-M. And when I was younger, that really would frustrate me because I didn't understand where the O would come into place and the U would come into place, because we all know spelling is a big thing. So that's how I work, yeah. So I'll tell you a bit of history behind me when I was younger to right now. So before I was born, my mum knew I had a disability. She didn't know what it was, but she knew I had a disability. To about, I would say when I was young, she kind of realised it's something to do with my speech and my learning ability. So it's kind of learning delay, yeah, because I couldn't talk till I was 9, right? And as everyone knows, when you're about 1 or 2, 1.5, yeah, something like that, you start talking like simple words like mum, dad, thank you, that kind of stuff, yeah. But I couldn't do that till I was 9 years old. And when I used to do that when I was 9, no one would understand me. No one at all. Not my mum, not my dad, no one could understand me. So I went to a special school up to about, I was 9 or 10, because back in them days, I'm turning 50 this year. Back in them days, they did not have specialised teachers, didn't have aids, didn't have anything like that, yeah. So you just went to a special school. Doesn't matter what kind of disability you have, you just went to a special school, yeah. So yeah, that's what happened too. I was about 10 to 12. I went to a speech therapist, and I think that's where they started to realise I was psychic. But that's the whole story in itself. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, that's probably when they realised I was psychic, yeah. But then at the same time, they knew I had a disability. My disability was dyslexia. And as I said, I used to write things backwards. When I was younger, I used to, instead of writing, I think it was right to left or left to right, I can't remember. I think it was left to right. When I used to do it backwards. So we got taught to do it the right way. I was fine with, give me a piece of artwork, I'll do it. Give me a computer, I can do it. I can cook, everything else was fine. But my speech, yeah, so that's, yeah, how it kind of started out when I was young. So I went to a special school, and then when I was about 10 or 12, I went to a normal high school in a place called Orange, New South Wales, here in Australia. And what they do, the area you have a disability in, mine was dyslexia, when they had the English classes, they would take me out of it and say to me, go to a special class and help me with my reading writing. It was a one-on-one thing. And what they would do is do a flick card thing. It's like your speed writing. Okay, I kind of understand where all this comes from. Speed writing, where you flick the card up, say it, see if you got it right, then put it down, do it for the next one. And that's how I learned my first 250 words there. So I went to that school for about 2 years. Then we came back to Melbourne, here in Australia, and I went to another normal high school, and they had a specialised class there. So same thing happened, yeah. But in this case, I remember I had a test, and I had a choice. I can go back to a special school or this high school. And for me, I thought, well, I can just give it a try. Let's go to a high school. And I'm glad I did, because what happened with this high school, it was just my reading writing. Everything else, I passed with flying colours, where I was advanced with like science and maths and all that. I was, yeah, I just picked it up like that. Because what for me too with my dyslexia, I can copy. As you can see, I did this on my own. I copy the words. Like I put it on my phone. I said, can't read it. I just copy it to put it on like this. So I can copy, yeah. So I can do that, but I just can't sound words out or hear words properly, yeah. So I can do that in high school, and that was fine. So I can do typing, play music, all that, but I just couldn't do it in writing. So I did that, and I still went to speech therapists and all that, so that's fine. I learnt my ABC. It's really weird. This is how my brain works. I learnt my ABC through sign language when I was 16. But that to me is a typical thing, because what does it say? If you can't learn something one way, you can probably learn it in another way. If you do have a disability or a learning disability, you can do that. It's just how you do things, yeah. So that's how I learned my ABC. Yeah, so that's pretty much the whole story. When I got to, I think it was 38, 40, I realised I couldn't learn anymore. So I went to specialised classes. Like I remember going to a class for English was their second language. And I learnt one or two things from that year. To me, that was good, because I could still learn, yeah. But it got to a point where I thought, yeah, I can't learn anymore, so I don't do that anymore. But like I said, it's not major. Like I'm not on a disability pension. I don't need aid, like what we call aids, like a person come and help me with things. I can use computers, play music, live on my own, that kind of thing. So it's not a major disability like others there, where they need a person might need assistance and they will never be able to work. Like I can work, yeah, where some people can't, and they need that assistance there. Where mine's, like I said, it's a minor. What I learned last time, I got a level 2 spelling and a level 3 reading. Now, it's kind of like a level 2, I'm in grade 2 um, spelling, grade 3 reading. That's as far as I go with that. But if you ask me with maths, if someone can read a maths problem to me, it would be higher. I don't know how much higher, but it would be higher, yeah. So probably grade 6, year 9 kind of maths, yeah, I would say. I did go year 11 maths stuff, but I had to meet, I don't know how good I'll be with it now. So that's pretty much what it is for me as someone who has dyslexia. Like I said, I've been brought up with it. So for me, I don't feel embarrassed by it. If I go to a job and I feel like a person needs to know it, like my old job, I was in disability, and we had to write in the communication book, do the IPP plans, get to know the people and write things down, yeah. So there was a lot of writing, reading involved with this. So for me, I felt make life easier, I would tell the staff I had dyslexia. For me, I don't want to make anyone life hard over it. It's better to share it and just be open with it. So yeah, I don't feel embarrassed by it. I'll joke about it. There's a chocolate in America, and I can't say it. It starts with H. It's a brown wrapper, and I think super white in these days. And I also Herbies. I can't say the word, so I always joke about it. So it's not a big thing for me. To a point where someone will say, I can't spell this word or whatever. I'm going, that's all right, you can just blame on me. So I don't find it a big deal for me. But the other reason I'm putting this out there, so you know, not everyone's feeling embarrassed by their disability. The Amazing Race, this Australian Amazing Race, this in Australia. I'm going to start watching it. I like that kind of stuff. But when I start watching, I won't tell you what happened. But there is a lady in there with she only has one full hand, her other hand, um, um, that there, right? She she's the same. She doesn't feel embarrassed by it. So not everyone feels embarrassed by their disability, and I think if you can overcome your disability, life will be easier. Okay, it's like it's only a burden if you make it a burden, yeah. So this is what I'm saying to you guys. If you feel you're not quite sure, is this an Australian slang or if it's just me having dyslexia, who pass the word on or the saying on and say, Margaret, what does this mean? And I will tell you it's that Australian slang or just me having dyslexia, yeah. So that's why I put this out there. So that's pretty much how it works for me. I hope you like it and I hope it's useful. I will put more things out there because I thought I'd put the two together, me having dyslexia and me being psychic. So I might, next time I do another YouTube, there's things like this, I might do something with me being psychic because to me it goes hand in hand. What I see where my dyslexia is, it's a disability, but I do have a gift, and it goes hand in hand. And so for me, that's it. It makes me, yeah. I know people think they don't have a disability. I think mine's feeling is with disabilities. Everyone has a bit of disabilities. some of it's not noticeable, like it's not in the dictionary. Like being arrogant, I feel like that's a disability because you're not listening to anyone about anything. You think you're right, yeah. To me, that's a disability. How you feel like you're right all the time. So yeah, that's why I'm putting this out there. But at the same time, like I said, you don't have to feel it's a burden all the time. Yes, you're gonna have your downsides days. You'll have your held down days, but it doesn't have to be a burden on us. Okay. So I hope you like it. Subscribe if you want. Put your thumbs up if you want. And I'll see you next time for another YouTube. Bye.